Oh, whoops. I think it has now. It says your life. That is the nicest frappe I've had in a long time. Yeah, I'm telling me down. Oh God, why can't my seat go back up? Oh. Oh God, why can't my seat go back up? Seat's gone back up.
Oh, we've got one person watching.
No,
that's
3.
Yeah, one of them's me.
Hi. We're on, what time did we break down? 11?
He was waving then like that lady off TikTok, you know, that one that goes, "Hello, let me help you." And
No, I've not seen that one.
Starts pouring all the kids one, but instead of doing things, they pour like the alcohol into the glass and stuff like that.
Oh no, yeah. Hi everyone from the services on the M5 where we've been.
I don't know if your internet's very good because this picture is very blurry on my phone.
Oh, is it blurry for everyone else? Are we blurry or are we good?
Time of River.
Oh, it's Stephen River. Hi. We're breaking down.
About 10 miles from home.
Not even that. We're not even that. We're about 5 miles from home.
Oh.
We're about 5 miles from home.
But to get home is about a 40-mile trip.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really blurry. Am I still on the garage's Wi-Fi? No, I'm not. Hang on. Let me sign back into the garage Wi-Fi. Is it? I don't know why.
A little bit.
It's...
I know, that's good you paused it.
Oh.
There you go, it's cleared up now.
Oh wow, I look really pretty. Not. It's put on the touch, the smoother. Is that clearer?
Not really.
I think it's because of I think it's probably the weather because it's currently windy and pouring down. But I was on the garage's Wi-Fi, but it's not working. It was working, but it's not anymore. Blurry again. Hang on, let me see. So this is how close we are. This is how close we are to the garage. And I can pick up their Wi-Fi, but for some reason it's not working. Let me have a look. Does it pause it when I put my screen up? My drop screen. I'm driving from Newquay to London, stuck in. Yeah, my mum was saying that northbound is chocker. So, well, it's just the M5.
Oh, it's clearer now.
The M5 on a Monday and a Friday, no matter what. But where we are, which is about 20 miles from where you are currently, it's moving. Northbound's moving. Oh no, you're going. If you're going northbound, Riley's trying to call me.
That's medication.
How come Reese now works at Audi? Did he not enjoy the full-time job he had? He works at Audi, yeah, pretty much for that reason. He came out of college. That's Kev, he's just speaking to Riley.
I don't know.
How long are we going to be?
RAC's not even been out yet. Any time between 20 to 2 and 20 to 6 are going to be coming
20 to 3. It's already past 2. We've been given a time
we'll sort that out later.
for recovery sometime between 10 to 3
but you need to have your medication
and
now as well.
10 to 6. So, a long time.
Yeah, sure. Tablets, please. It's your last day of taking the thingy ones anyway.
Yeah, he's got. So Kev's just telling Riley he needs to take his
last day
his tablets at home.
And I'll be back later to sort cadets out now.
Traffic as well. Treat myself to a nice
right.
wine when I get back.
And if you make lunch,
yeah, I don't blame you.
up.
Miserable here. I was going to drive over to you and keep you.
I'll give Harrison a text in a minute.
Yeah, I've got Kev here. He's got the RAC app on his phone, so he actually had to stay. He used. I don't have the app on my phone, so he's alerted RAC via the app. He has to keep the app open, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, I can't close. Well, it's got to stay open on my phone for location.
So he can't go anywhere now because his phone is what's locating us to the RAC.
I could have just got phone with me.
Yeah, you could have just left your phone with me, but you'd have probably felt like your arm chopped off. Back to Reese. Yeah, Reese left college and he tried working in an office job, and it wasn't for him. It was not for him at all. He really didn't like it. So rather than stay working the office job that he was really not enjoying, he started applying for just any other job, and he got Aldi. And to be fair, it's a pretty cushy job. It's really good money, and you get, if you want loads of hours, you can have loads of hours. Some days he starts really early at like 5 a.m, but then he's finished at like 11 o'clock, so he's got the whole day. And other days he starts later and finishes later, but he's got like the whole morning, so it works out quite well for him. But yeah, no, when you're leaving school, college and that, you've got to suck it and see, haven't you? Try lots of different things until you find what you enjoy and what makes you happy. And office work wasn't for him. Kev is here, but I can only have the phone pointing one way. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. I plan to do a really nice vlog today. We were on our way to a National Trust place. But I thought I'd rather spend my day car. Yeah, we were going to Killerton House, and we're only 5 miles up the motorway from where we were. And I tell you what happened, my car kind of just like, it sort of lost power for a second. Like it's just like, it's like it coughed. And then the light came on, but in my head I thought it was the oil light, and I was like, the oil light's come on. So I pulled services, Kev went to buy oil, and then I realised that's not the oil light, that's the engine management light.
No, I actually came back to the car because I said I'm not.
You came back to the car to say the oil at this service is £35
for a litre bottle. For a litre.
Should we just keep driving to where we can get off the motorway and go to like a supermarket? And I was like, no, I don't want to risk it. Go back in and buy the £35 one. And then I realised, oh, now Jamie's ringing me. I realised that it was, not the oil light, and in fact it's the engine management light, which is really bad. Why is Jamie calling me like multiple times? Honestly, no one has called me the whole time we've been sat here. I've called people like my mum to come and rescue the girls, and
What's up? I'm still sat in the car.
Just calling to see how we're getting on.
Mum's trying to do a live in the car at the moment. I'm still waiting for RAC to turn up.
F word in your failed live start.
So it could be anywhere between now and the next
that F word?
5 hours.
Did I use an F word?
So Nanny picked the girls and Charlie up. Yeah.
Did I swear? I don't matter. I always swear.
But yeah.
We're not so Sainsbury's, you would love it. Yeah, I would love it if he was at Sainsbury's.
Oh. I don't know till RAC comes out, Jamie.
I'm sorry,
I'll tell you what, once RAC's been,
going.
I'll give you a call, yeah? That's alright. Yeah. I'll let you know what's happening when I know what's happening.
West coast of Scotland on an island, ferries cancelled, a lot battened down. Oh gosh, I can imagine. We were speaking to Kev's brother yesterday, he's up in Edinburgh, and he was saying that they were expecting 60-mile-per-hour winds in Edinburgh, so I'm imagining if you're further up north, it's going to be even windier.
Beans on toast.
Huh?
Someone's put beans on toast.
Long live America. How was James doing? Yeah, Jamie's fine. That was him just on the phone. What's wrong with the car? We don't know. It's got engine management light on, and it just seems to always happen, these sorts of things, in the summertime. It's always when it's the summer holidays, but we haven't actually needed any repairs on the car for 15 months. We were working it out earlier on when the last time it was in the garage, wasn't it? 15 months ago. So I think that's pretty good going for a car that's on 178,000 miles. I think it's done us pretty good, but we need it to keep doing us pretty good just a little while longer. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what the RAC say. People own things and have career servicing helpless people. Yeah, no, I need it to last me a little while longer, ideally, because cars are expensive, and I say this all the time about this car. We bought this car pretty much almost to the day 5 years ago, and it cost 5,500, and at the time it was 8 years old and it was on 112,000 miles. And now if you go on to like Auto Trader, I look for the same car, 8 years old with a similar amount of miles what this was when I bought this, it's 10 grand, like twice the price of what I paid for this 5 years ago. So it's frustrating because the price of second-hand cars went through the roof. But what can we do? We've just got to keep on hoping for the best. Will I do more meals of the week? I said I'd do meals of the week
for so expensive. Yes,
for Kev's channel, but we have really been like a little bit struggling, haven't we, with what to.
Well,
not struggling. That's really.
Like, I've been busy, and then most days we get home. Obviously, school holidays. Jamie and Brooke aren't here no more. Summer's either been out with her friends or doing something.
If I bought the kids lunch out, they're not that hungry.
Yeah, Reese is at work. Then some nights I get over work, I'll be like, "What's tea tonight?" And the kid's like, "Well, can I just have soup?
Can I have an omelette?
Or can I have an omelette or a toaster?" Something like that, because they've obviously had a bigger lunch because they've been out most times if we go out.
Went shopping to Tesco's and I bought all of the these meals that I planned to make, and I had like chili one night. Ooh. And then it turns out there's only like 4 people that need feeding. I'm like, I'm not making a massive chili for 4 people, so we'll end up like we've just done omelettes or soup and such things like that. And then I did make the chili the other night, and it's made two meals. So we had chili. We were going out, weren't we? We went to a party. It was Saturday night, so we didn't eat. So it was only 3 or 4 of the children that had dinner, and we fed them, and then I put the rest of it in the fridge. So I said tomorrow night we're going to have jacket potatoes so we can use up the rest of the chili. And it's crazy because like normally there's not, it was trying to stretch to make sure the food goes round everyone. But just lately, since Jamie's been away and Brooke's moved back to her mum's house, some nights it's like, yeah, just do some omelettes, beans on toast. Felicity quite likes some soup.
It's 1:38 in the morning in New Zealand and only 7 degrees because they're winter.
Wow. It must, is it cold? As obviously it is cold at 7 degrees, but because your house, like we always say in England, our houses are built to hold the heat in. So when it's hot over here, we're all like dying because our houses are like ovens. So are your houses obviously built to keep the heat out, so therefore you feel colder, even colder in the winter? I've always wondered that. Like, do you really feel the cold when you live somewhere as lovely as New Zealand? But not that we're feeling hot at the moment, because it's blooming being down. We've not got it as bad here as what it is up country, obviously, but we've just been looking on Facebook at the posts that people have posted from their camping, and like this poor person's whole tent is destroyed, and their posts to say like that, our whole tent's destroyed and we've still got 10 days until we're due to go home. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, and the tent is literally ruined. Nice and cozy at home, is it, Reese? Yeah, freezing, not built to keep heat in. I always thought that would be the case. Inconvenience with cars would really it has drove me crazy completely. But like I said, we've been so fortunate with this car. It has done us so well for how much it cost. And we have been started to put money aside, but it just feels like every time we start getting a little nest egg going,
the devil comes and
the car comes and breaks again.
If not the car, it'd be something else in the house.
Yeah, so are you off to the loo?
Yeah, I thought you might as well, in case
off to the loo.
In case my phone rings. Well, there's nothing else to do, is there, in the city? And
nothing to do in the city, but it is
lunch.
5 minutes until...
no, they're going to ring between 5 and 30 minutes before they're here.
Yeah. Oh, we've had a storm in Dallas this morning.
So yeah, they're not going to be here for guarantee it. Knowing I look, it'll be 10 to 6.
When we broke down years ago,
9 hours.
It was in 2020, wasn't it? It was during like that year. You know, you just say 2020 and people go, oh, that year. And we were driving we had a Safira, we've had 2 Saphiras, and both of them left us stranded, and I'd never buy another one. But before we bought this car, I only ever spent like between £1,000 and £1,200 on a car that I ever could afford. So we would buy a cheap car, and we had some really good ones. We had a Ford Galaxy that lasted us years and years. Then we had that was once we were vlogging, we had a Citroen C8 with sliding doors. That was brilliant, except for Riley ripped one of the doors off. That's another story. And then we got this Vauxhall Saphira, and we were driving to Weymouth and it broke down, and we were in the car waiting for recovery for 9 hours. 9 hours with the kids. Nowhere to get anything to drink, no food. We had thankfully had some food with us and some drinks with us, so we, they didn't starve, but we spent 9 hours on the side of a road. It was horrendous. So that one was scrapped. That car was gone, dead, buried. So we bought another Saphira, because again, they were cheap and you could pick them up 10 to the dozen. There was tons of them, and you could pick one up for like £1,000. So we got another one, and I was coming home on the motorway on my own with the kids and broke down on the motorway in that one. And it was back when I worked for the caravan park, and I had loads of caravan bedding in the boot. So I had like a big fitted sheet that I sat on the ground, then sat the kids on the fitted sheet, and then like pulled it up around them. It was clean, because it was raining, and they were like huddled up in, because it was all spiky, the ground was all spiky, and they were huddled up in the sheet, and the motorway highway people came along and checked on us. And then the breakdown cover turned up with a flatbed, and because there was too many of us in the car, they couldn't fit us into the truck, and they were trying to get another truck out that could fit the kids in, and they couldn't. And in the end, I don't know, I'm sure it's illegal what happened, but they put the car with us inside the car on the flatbed and then drove it off the motorway, stopped in the services. The guy was on the phone again, and then he was like, no, I'm gonna just drive you back home. And then again, us in the car on the flatbed being driven down the motorway just to get off. And then after that Saphira, I was like, never again, never again. I live in an area in New Zealand where it's not that cold. I've gotten as low as -4. Oh wow, do you remember that day? You've been here a long time if you remember the day that happened to us. It was awful, and I just felt the whole time it was quite an experience being sat in the car on the back of this lorry being driven up the motorway. But the whole time I was like, I'm sure this isn't legal. I'm sure this isn't supposed to be happening. But we got home, and we got home safely, and it was better than being sat on the motorway. So when this happened today, we were literally just past the half a mile for the services sign, and I was in the middle lane, so I nipped straight in to the slow lane and came off straight into the services. And if we'd have been out on the motorway, then we'd have got picked up by now. But it's raining, it's blowing a gale, the motorway is absolutely chocker because it's Monday, and it would have been awful, and the girls would have been terrified. And we had the dog with us as well, so we'd have all been sat in the bank waiting for the RAC in the rain and the wind with the dog. I'd rather just sit here all day and wait for them and know that the kids were safe. So my mum and my stepdad have come and picked them up. I went and bought them, as you can see, all their McDonald's rubbish. I went and got them a McDonald's so that they had been fed whilst I waited for my mum to get here. But where we are, the next junction is currently shut. It's shut for the whole of the summer holidays. So my mum will have had to have driven another, probably, I think it's about another 15 miles to Tiverton to get off of the motorway to then come back on herself, which is, it's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. If I don't laugh, I cry. Watching your live while having my chemo treatment. Oh, I'm really sorry you're going through that. You love our accent. That's funny. I had someone was on the phone yesterday to one of her new college friends, and they had the most Bristolian accent I think I've ever heard in my life. The question about blended families, I actually couldn't tell you. It was such a long time ago, I can't even remember. It was, yeah, we've been together for 16 years now. So it was a long time ago. But I think it's whenever it feels right, and if it's the children's decision, and it's the children's decision, isn't it? It's 7 degrees here in Adelaide, South Australia. Oh wow! I didn't realise Australia got that cold.
End of the day, it's up to the kids.
If the kids,
if one wants to call them it and the other one doesn't, it's up to them.
I just think it came naturally, didn't it? I don't think it was ever like a conscious decision. It was never something that was sort of spoken about.
I think it all comes down to the.
And our children were very, very, very young back then. Yeah. Reese was only 3, so it was they were very young.
It comes down to if they see their biological father and that as well, doesn't it?
Is this? Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, I think if there's a biological father to have their input on it, it would be different. But in our case, we didn't have that. So it's, yeah, I don't think there is a wrong or right answer for it. Someone's asked, is this the first year you haven't worked at the caravan park? It is, no. And I never like just addressed it on a vlog. I have mentioned it on a live before, but obviously not everyone watches the lives because they're incredibly long often. But no, I didn't go back to the caravan park this year, and I was gonna film Q&A, and then I never get round to filming them. And one of the questions on the Q&A was, why have I not gone back to the caravan park, or have I stopped working at the caravan park? And the answer is yes, I have stopped working at the caravan park, and the reason is that the caravan park has been becoming more and more. Oh no, I can order you another one. It was from TikTok Shop. The caravan park has been becoming more and more difficult for the owners over the last couple of years. So it's a haven park, and if anyone's familiar with Haven holidays, then you'll know that you can pick up a Haven holiday if it's term time for as little as £69, and that includes your passes into the swimming pool and the arcade and the entertainment and all of that sort of thing. So when you buy a caravan on a Haven site, you either have to let your caravan be let by Haven. So Haven, basically you buy the caravan belongs to you, but you tell Haven that they can let that caravan out, and then you go away and you don't have to deal with it. Haven let it, Haven clean it, blah blah blah. But a lot of owners have had Haven let their caravans and have had their caravans ruined, broken, not well maintained, and they then choose to do their own lettings. And some owners just choose from the get-go to do their own lettings. But what happens is that Haven keep going under new management as well, which this park particularly did. The owners cannot compete with what Haven are offering. So when you rent a caravan privately for a private owner, you then have to pay for your passes to get into the entertainment, swimming pool, arcades, etc. And those passes for a family for a week are about £100. So you've got to factor in your cleaning charge, your passes charge, and the charge of letting it, how much gas they're going to use, how much electric they're going to use, and the total is whatever the total is. It obviously varies throughout the year, and people aren't going to let for a private owner if they can let through Haven for a fraction of the cost. So owners are finding it harder and harder and harder to get bookings. So cleaning had become more and more sporadic. One of my owners ended up upgrading one of his caravans to a newer caravan so that Haven let it. Basically Haven have just got the owners by the short and curlies at the moment, and they are being forced into a point where they've got to let Haven let their caravans. So I'm up and down, every time I was going up and down, it puts 32 miles on the clock of the car, and I wasn't earning enough to be, like putting enough money aside for buying down the line. So in the end, it just wasn't financially beneficial anymore. The only way I could have made it financially beneficial was to take on more work. So find more owners, take on more work. I would always have to leave my Mondays and my Fridays completely empty. So right now, some holidays, I could not make any plans on a Monday or a Friday because I might have to go to work. And it just got to a point where I was like, the girls are being homeschooled and I'm not making enough money to sacrifice every Monday and Friday. Huh?
Very blurry.
Are we? So yeah, in the end.
What's this live regarding? This live is regarding we're sat in the car bored waiting for our AC.
Yeah, we're in the car. We're bored. So yeah, that's my explanation for. I could have made it shorter. Basically, no, I didn't go back to caravan park because it's not financially worthwhile doing anymore. When it was the year 2020, 2021, when you weren't allowed to holiday abroad, I had more work than I knew what to do with. And it was more than financially, what's the word? Viable. I could make loads of money and it was worth doing, and it didn't even cross my mind the mileage on the car and such because the money's so good. And then since everyone started being able to go back abroad again and Haven started making it more and more difficult for owners to privately let, the more it became less financially worthwhile doing. So yeah, I can't put any more miles on my car. It's on a lot already. It's on a lot of my. I've got my window down even if it's raining. I am boiling. You homeschooling the girls again next year? Yes, we will be. I don't think either of us had imagined we'd feel the way we feel about homeschooling as we do now. You were very much, I was more on board with homeschooling before Kev was. Like I was on board, I'd say a good few weeks before you were. And then Kev was more of the opinion that they'd be better in school. And then now he's like of the opinion like, no, they're not going back to school. Obviously, wanted to go back to school. If they said, can we go back to school?
I ask Felicity very often if she wants to go back to school.
You can ask, I would probably both ask them regularly, do you want to go back to school? And the answer is always the same, no, we don't want to go back to school. And they are so happy being homeschooled. I'm stressed to the max most days,
why
but
don't you get an evening job in Sainsbury's to get your discount?
Yeah, has crossed my mind, I'm not gonna lie. To go to work even in Sainsbury's, get my discount card back. I think if a job offer was there, if a job came up, I think I would probably be. I would definitely give it a lot of thought.
Can I ask a personal question? Which kids are Kev's? Are all mine?
So I can't see that. Which children are? Well, you know, like Kev said, they're all his because he's their dad and has been for pretty much their entire lives. So we don't really class them as separates. I wouldn't be aligned with homeschooling. I don't have the patience.
Well, we don't some days, but you have to do it.
No, we don't sometimes, but yeah, you have to find the patience. And I think I've become more patient.
Well, you don't have to be sorry for asking.
I've become more patient over the last year than I think I was before, since homeschooling. Like I just think it just gives you a total, it takes away the pressure of like the school hours, you know, like there's none of that morning stress anymore of getting them up, just getting Sienna into clothes, getting Sienna dressed can take such a long time. So when you were trying to get her dressed into school clothes that she wasn't comfortable in, I was always stressed. I mean, I was definitely more stressed back when they were going to school than I am now. Yeah, I definitely think I'm more patient than I used to be.
Happy birthday to Ella.
To Ellis. Does that say Ellis? Yeah, happy birthday. You're my favourite YouTubers ever. Oh, thank you very much. Hope you're having a lovely birthday. I hope you're doing something much more fun than we are today.
I think it's quite nice. It's peaceful, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm not going to lie, it is quite nice. Kev just said, what if the RSC actually turn up really early and your mum thinks that we could be here until 6 o'clock? We could just go off somewhere on our own. I was like,
3 or 4 hours.
We could have like 3 or 4 hours without any kids. I was like, we could. But as it stands, it's now 3 o'clock and no sign of the RAC yet. Can make a child takes a man to bring it. That's very, very true. Exactly that. Hi. Still a lot of people popping on and saying hi. Kev said, don't do a live. Nobody will be around at this time. But there's 100 of you.
151.
Oh, was there? On my phone it says 129.
151 on my phone.
Oh. Oh, thank you. It's not been easy. There was tears shed yesterday because sometimes it is incredibly overwhelming and worrying, and there is no book on how to be a good parent, but there is also no book on how to be a parent of a child with disability, and not a child with disability, an adult. As everyone keeps reminding me, Jamie is now an adult, but God, I worry about him all of the time, like you wouldn't believe. And no one how you stop worrying, how you just detach yourself from, and I don't think you ever do, so you just sleep less.
Well, that is a very
less.
good question, Vanessa. Secondary school with the girls, we don't know.
We
Is the
don't
honest
know.
answer.
No.
Felicity keeps saying that
Felicity says she might go to secondary school.
She might go to secondary school.
Yeah.
But we don't know until the time comes, and then the girls make up their minds at that time. We don't know.
Yeah, we're a couple of years away for Felicity, so this time next year will be when we'd need to apply for a secondary school place.
Into year 6, wouldn't she?
Yeah, so when she's going into year 5 this September, so following September which would be when she's going into year 6, that's when we would then apply for her secondary school place. So we are very familiar with obviously the secondary school teachers. We've had 4 children already go through that secondary school, so it will definitely something we'll have conversations with the secondary school about, and
so you know, there's some immature people on here when you get some.
A lot of it's bots. It's not even actual people.
Well, I just said it. I've just hid this person from the channel because their question was, is it wrong that I sniff my dad's pants?
Yeah, it's idiots. It's either idiots or it's bots, isn't it? But I'm gonna go with idiots on that one. Just love Charlie. My dog Miss Molly died last year at 17. Oh, I'm really sorry. That is a good age as well. It's a good age for a Shih Tzu too, isn't it? That I might be wrong, but I feel like that is a good age for a Shih Tzu. Charlie is, how old is Charlie? 11? Or 12?
No, 12 this year. Because Riley was a year and a bit.
Yeah, and a bit old, wasn't he? So
yeah, be 12 this year.
Yeah, so Charlie is 12.
On
September 12th?
6th.
No, I think it's the 12th.
No, it's not. It's the 6th.
I don't know. We always
Sienna's
forget
birthday.
what date his birthday is. Because we have so many dates in September. Because we have Sienna's birthday, Kev's birthday, and our anniversary, and Charlie's birthday. And I know Charlie's birthday is either really close to our anniversary, but then Sienna came along, and then, yeah, I always forget. But he's 12 this year.
Always forgets my birthday.
He's 12 this September.
I always forget Charlie's birthday.
Yeah, don't forget your birthday. But I've already lost track of how old the bunnies are. I know they were born at the end of April, but I was like, oh, they're this many weeks old today, and I've already forgotten how many weeks we're on.
Old man dog is adorable. He's not adorable. He is a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
He is. He is getting grumpier as the weeks go on.
He really is. He was not happy today, though, was he? Because we put his... And when the crate goes in the car, he knows he's going somewhere fun. Because the crate only comes out when we're going on a proper day out. So he gets in his crate all excited, like, yay, they're taking me out for the day. And then he got to walk around a field at a service station and then got put in the car with Nanny. He was probably thinking the whole journey, oh no, I'm going to their house, I'm not going to see my mum and dad for a whole week.
Hope you don't
but he's got dropped at home.
I hope you don't stay on for too long, going to have breakfast at 9. Where are you two of us? 9
Breakfast
o'clock
at
in the morning?
9. not here.
Because it is currently 3:05 in the afternoon here.
And we still haven't heard from our AC.
15:04.
And then we keep having to keep the car on to... Oh, you're not using the charger?
No, I got 80%.
I'll leave the windows open slightly, and I'm worried when they turn up we're going to run the battery flat.
How are the girls doing with homeschooling? They're doing amazing.
They are. They
had a assessment, didn't they, a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
And they passed it with flying colours.
Yeah. So everything's what they're called, local authority are more than happy. Happy with what they're doing, happy with their progress. So we've been given a big tick, big tick in the homeschool book to say these kids are doing well, which is what I was so worried. I was thinking, oh, because you question yourself as a parent all the time, like, am I doing enough? Am I doing it right? And to have someone validate it and say, yeah, you're doing fine, it means the world. But obviously they're enjoying a few weeks of not doing too much. But the thing is they're learning all of the time. Like, they are always learning. And as I say, and I've said before when we've done lives and people have asked about the homeschooling, is that when I went into it, I set up, you might remember, the desk and the school area, and I, in my head, I thought that home education would look like school but at home, and it was quickly, I realised that that's not the case and not the way it has to look and not the best way for it, because if you're removing a child from a school system that they isn't going to work, and when we removed all of the pressure, they just sometimes Sienna shocks me with things that she can read. Although, what was it she's the other day, in IKEA, and it said for display purposes only in a toilet, in a fake toilet. Yeah. And she said, for dirty police only. I was wetting myself. I used to fret, but he's 41 now and I'm smothering him. Jamie's fine. We'll see him on the weekend. I don't think I'll ever not, probably the same as you probably thought you would never fret. I'll never stop fretting over it, or wanting to mother him. And I was explaining, like talking to Kev last night and trying to explain how I was feeling, and I was saying that when he was at home, I worked at Sainsbury's, and he was he was down the road and I could get to him, and I felt so much more control over his epilepsy. Like, I felt like I was in control, and now he's not here. It's that feeling of not being in control anymore. And when you're a little bit of a control freak, by my own admission, that is hard. That is hard.
Not you.
I'm not a control freak, not at all.
No, of course not.
He's gone on to work. He's down in Hampshire at the moment, so he's a way away from home, and we won't see him too often either. Which is, I might be taking the kids camping. When he comes home again, I won't see him, so it can end up that I think I've worked out that I won't see him for nearly 4 weeks, which is a bit horrible.
I'll see him.
But
I'll go to the pub and have a glass of water with him.
We're fair weather campers, so I'm just keeping an eye on the weather forecast. So I'm gonna hopefully take the girls camping, but Kev won't be coming because he can't get any holiday at the moment from work. So I'm gonna go, and we're gonna hopefully.
You did like sort of decide to book it with a couple of weeks after, with a few more than a couple of weeks notice. And then
I'm going with, hopefully with my friend, but I will arrive at the campsite the day before and put up the tent.
And
so
why is that? Haley, why is that?
Because there's a share tribute in the venue, and I really want to go to the share tribute. My friend can't go until the Saturday, but I was like, well, I could go on the Friday and set everything up, and then you can join us on the Saturday, and then I can still go to the share tribute. And when I told Felicity last night that if the weather is good and if we do go camping, there's a share tribute, she was really excited as well. So I said, we can put the tent up. Me and Felicity put the tent up together, just the two of us, when we went camping with Jen last summer. I said we can put the camp up, we can put the tent up, we can go to the entertainment, we can watch the share tribute, then we can get a pizza from the pizza takeaway van, and then we can go back to the tent and snuggle up and have a little cozy evening. But it all depends on the weather.
Oh, you influencing people to go to Primark, are you? What blanket are you on about?
Sienna's new snuggly one, the one with the hood. I'm glad you got one though, because we got the
I
last one.
I came home the other day and they both got shorts, both got blankets.
The one with the hood and the snuggles, the girls love them, they use them loads, but it is so hard.
I used that the other night.
One of the things I find hardest about having them with me all the time is that I can never see things and pick them up and put them away for Christmases and birthdays. So I saw that cinnamon roll blanket and I was like, oh my god, Sienna will love that. But Sienna is right there beside me, loves that blanket, so I can't like buy it and then hide it and put it away for her birthday because she's there, and that's quite difficult. And I did say to you, didn't I, that one day before her birthday I need to go shopping on my own so that I can get
which just happens to be
presents and stuff.
The big Primark you want to go to.
I need to go to Miniso. She loves that Miniso shop, and that's in Bristol, so I'm gonna have a little day out on the train. Might have a choice but to get the train if the car can't be fixed.
Is Summer enjoying her own space away from the little terrors? If anyone's a little terror,
it's Summer.
No, she is.
Firstly, someone just said they've just joined the live. What's happened to the car? We've broken down the engine management. We haven't broken down because the car was still running. The engine management light came on half a mile from the services. So we've got to the services, but that then means that we're obviously not a priority for collection. So we could be here until Christmas 2028 at the moment. But yeah, Summer is definitely the one that was more of a problem. She would disagree, and if she's watching this, she will tell you she disagrees. But having those three girls in the same room together, and it's like everything with siblings, they're either all of the best of friends and love each other dearly and we want to spend all our time together, or they hate one another. And you never knew what version you were going to get from one day to the next. But sometimes it's like it's all lovely and they've broken down there. Look, they're looking at their car. They better not get the RAC before us.
Where?
That old car in front of us. They were looking underneath it a second ago. Yeah, so sometimes they would be fine in the bedroom together, and then other times it would be not so fine. And the girls would get frustrated with Summer because Summer will decide she's going to practice her pirouettes at like 10 o'clock at night and start spinning around in the bedroom, or put her makeup on at 5 o'clock in the morning. Summer would literally, the girls could be fast asleep, and if Summer gets up, she just switch the light on. She will just switch the light on and get ready for the day, mirror up, watching stuff on her phone with the volume turned up, get ready whilst and wake the girls up. And yeah, so them being in separate rooms is lovely. Although the girls are missing her, aren't they?
They are. Well, they are and they aren't, because Sienna's sleeping in better. Yeah,
Sienna is sleeping a little bit better. Our car's broken down 2.5 hours. Which time before 8 hours? That's today. Oh wow! What, you're broken down right now? Our car is broken down. Oh no! So someone else is in the same boat as us.
2.5 hours. That's 11:16. I reported our car broken down.
Oh no! Oh, Tesco's got lots of cinnamon roll stuff.
Yeah, if it's a Tesco with the.
We haven't got one close by. That would drive my head in having them with me 24/7.
4 hours we've been here, Kaylee.
Yes, we have broken down. Well, Kev keeps telling me no, we haven't broken down because the car is still running. The car, however, has a flashing engine management light and lost power.
No, I don't want to break the car anymore, so...
We will stop and we will call the RAC and we will patiently wait because, as I just said a moment ago, or else you weren't here, where we are, the next junction that we could get off at and then try and head back to home is closed. So it's then the following junction. So it's a good 15 miles up to the next open junction, and then another 20 miles back home. So it's 35 miles if we wanted to get home, and that's not worth risk with an engine management light on. Heading back out to work. Good luck. Thank you.
Oh, there's his RAC as well.
We only had.
Whereabouts in the country are you?
Oh no. Oh, they've only had the car back a week. Oh, bye to everyone that's off back to work. The sun's come out. Let's put that down, I'm afraid, because I can't actually see anymore. Oh, they're in Kent. Oh.
We're probably waiting for the one that's going to do them.
Yeah, they're probably coming to you before they come to us. Kent's quite a busy place this time of year as well, isn't it? Down that sort of area. That's like that on coast, isn't it? So that would be.
I wish we had like some mint imperials or something in the car.
I could eat. I've already eaten a McDonald's and a Costa Frappe. This is really good for the diet being broken down. And now you've just said that. Look at that. That's a massive camper. It says residence on it. Oh, it's gone behind that lorry now. You can't see it. I could eat some sweets, but the Costa Sweets and Service Station, wow.
£3
I also had a migraine.
Well,
So Kev went to get me some Nurofen. I say a migraine, and not a migraine, just a really bad headache. And I took some paracetamol when we left the house, and it was still niggling. So Kev bought me some Nurofen, and that's actually done the trick. I feel fine now. But they were £3.50.
We are only 5 miles from home, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So to get home, we'd have to go all the way up the motorway and all the way back down the motorway, because
Yeah,
the next junction up is closed. So we'd have to go 2 junctions up.
Yeah. So we're a 35-mile drive to get back home, but actually we're only 5 miles from home. That's so annoying. But even so, I wouldn't want to drive at all.
Let me see if
Because
anything
it's oh look, he's calling, he's on the phone.
Oh my god.
What?
It's just been updated. 10 now.
My patience was doing okay. I'm not sure it's doing quite so well now. Any time between 5:10 and 7:10.
Yeah. I've got things to do. I might have to walk home.
Walk home. I'm gonna walk home.
We've got a back way.
I can't even ask Brooke to come and get you because she'd have to drive all the way down to that junction, then back up and then back to home junction and then back down again. Unless Brooke, no, because she won't, she's at home. Oh Christ. This is not good.
I'm gonna have to.
Laura's gonna, she can help. It might be, Laura, that actually Kev could do with getting back because Reese is watching the girls and they've now updated it for not until like 7 o'clock tonight. Ugh. I think there's a back road. I need to ask Mum if she managed to get up the back road to get through rather than go back on the motorway all the way up.
You say that?
This is a nightmare. I can't lie. I can't tell them it's a medical emergency. I can't lie. I'm rubbish at...
How can I change it so much?
Oh no, we haven't told the service station so we don't get a ticket. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that, but thank you, you're right.
2 hours.
You can only park for 2 hours. Oh god, thank you. The sign's right beside us as well that says you can only be here for 2 hours.
Who do you tell?
In the service station, I'm guessing.
Yeah, who?
Penalty charge notice £100. Brilliant. God's sake. Hopefully they'll just put some of Summer's friends work here as well, so hopefully we can sort something out, put our reg plate in. Oh, thank you, Laura. My husband had a stroke and you still had to wait for hours. Oh my god. Oh, you're still waiting for hours. Yeah, we are breaking down. Oh my gosh. This is like 2020 on the A303 all over again. This is just a nightmare. What an actual... And I just praying whatever is wrong with his car, it's a nice, easy and cheap fix. Because when it's the engine management light, it could be one of a million things, can't it? So we could be looking at £100 or £1,000 or RIP to the car. You need to keep the documents to prove you broke down when you get a ticket through the door for overstaying with parking. Okay, that's fine, I can do that. We've got, obviously it's all on the app as well, we've logged that we broke down at 11:15. Maybe I should have bloody stayed on the motorway at this rate, we'd have been picked up by now, but now we've logged it, as we're in the services, obviously we can't then go back on the motorway and break down a bit further down, and also that would be stupid, wouldn't it, because it would put us at risk and other people at risk as well. But if you are on the hard shoulder, especially if you've got children with you, you're then a priority. But when we broke down, it was the wind was picking up and it was raining, and I said to my mum when she came to pick the kids up, I'd rather be here where it's safe, where it was safe for them, than have them up in a bank again, because it took Felicity a long time to get over that. When we broke down on the motorway before, she was very anxious every time we went out in the car. She didn't like to go out in the car at all, and she always said, oh, are we going on the motorway, are we going on the motorway? And if I said, yeah, we're going on the motorway, she'd be like, I don't want to go on the motorway. So I didn't want to. I'm just glad that we were so close to the services, really, because I wouldn't want to put the girls in that situation again, because yeah, they get really, really worried. I know we're not on Sainsbury's car in the services on the M5. My brother has just got his full car on Saturday and he can't behave himself. It's through the roof. Oh no. Car insurance for young kids is absolutely mental. Like, it's crazy, and I always say that it seems really, it's a little bit crazy as well, that when you pass your test as a new driver, you have to buy the smallest and often old car to be able to afford the insurance, yet you're more likely to make mistakes when you've just passed your test, and you're in a tiny little car that's not got as much safety to it than what you would be if you were in a slightly bigger car. But then obviously if you're in a slightly bigger car, you're more danger to another person if you make one of those mistakes. But I always feel it's quite unfair that kids pass their tests and they have to pay such crazy money for such small, tiny little cars. But what can you do? It's like everything in the UK, isn't it? Everything's extortionately expensive. Our water rates have gone from £46 a month to 77, and we're not on a meter. That's just standard rate. It's crazy. Yeah, hopefully we can let them, hopefully they can just put our reg plate in and we won't get fined. Got fined in Cornwall once. It really upset me. I don't like being in trouble. I don't like doing anything wrong. So when I had this letter come through the post, and I actually had a photo of me driving into this car park with a fine, I felt like really attacked. Like I just felt really, really bad. We have the assessment every year. I think we've gone back to talking about homeschooling. They are supposed to do them every year, but from what I hear, like on the grapevine with other home educators, is that it doesn't tend to happen that way. It's a bit like everything, that's resources are overstretched, so it's not getting done as often as I think it's supposed to be done. So yeah, technically they are meant to be done every year, but wait and see. Time will tell. What do they say?
Oh, they booked the car in for a whole day.
Oh, okay. Right, the car's booked in for a whole day, so we're good.
I said, I only just saw the sign. He said, what time did you get in here? I said, about 11 o'clock. He said, what time's RAC looking? He said, well, it did say 10 to 3. He says, no, it says anywhere between 5 and 7.
Laura says she'll come and get you whenever you say you're ready.
Well, now.
Do you want to message Laura? I don't know if she's still watching this.
Then I might be able to get down to Thingy then.
Yeah. But, oh.
I'll give her some fuel money.
Yeah, because I'm hoping you can get that back road though, so she doesn't have to go all the way to Tiverton. But I wouldn't want to try and do that with the car with the engine management light on, because the last thing I want to do is break down in the middle of a country lane and I cause obviously a problem because no one can get past us because we've broken down in the middle of a lane. So basically, she's already messaged, so she's coming now. So don't worry about messaging her. Thank you, Laura, you are an actual star.
I'll give you some fuel money.
New car soon. Well, like everything, isn't it? You start getting yourself, into a more favourable position and then something happens. But yes, getting a new car is something that we are working towards, but right now it's going to be a case of repairing this one, and obviously that eats then into the money that we've saved for a new car, puts you back, and you continue to save, and then it breaks again, and then it takes the money, and then you save again, and you just, yeah, you know, backwards. So you end up in the right situation. But yeah, a new car is definitely something that we are in need of. Tell Kev to leave his phone for Isaac. Yeah, he's gonna have to leave his. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this live now, and I'm gonna try and see if we can transfer that app to my phone so that he can take his phone, because otherwise I can't even contact him. But Riley's got cadets tonight, and he's getting his bits all sorted for his cadet camp, so someone needs to be at home to help with that. Ours is a new car. No way. Oh no, was it a watering can? No, it's not. It's the engine management light. We've been waiting since 11:15. Oh, an orange car just pulled up then. I was like, oh, orange. No, it's not. Don't know why I even thought it was going to be when they said it's going to be now between 5 and 7.
You go for Arsenal, yeah?
Don't get an X-Trail. Is that what you've got? See, my mum would tell me to get an X-Trail because my mum likes Nissan. She's got a Nissan Qashqai, and they've had Qashqais for a long time. But this Kia Sorento has been absolutely grand. You're giving yourself a shout out, lovely. Every time you comment, everyone can read it.
We're in the first services towards Wellington, aren't we?
Yeah, straight to Taunton Services. Yeah, no, this Kia Sorento has been an absolute dream. It's done us so well. And Kev's brother has a Kia as well, and his is an estate. I don't know what it is, but it's a Kia estate, and he drives it up and down.
Kia Creedy's what?
Yeah, that's it. Ceed, isn't it?
Ceed, yeah.
Yeah, Kia Ceed, and he's driven that back and forwards from Scotland, and his is on about the same amount of miles as mine is, and he's the same. He's like, it's sweet as a nut. Kias are good in his opinion and in my opinion, but like I said, I bought this 5 years ago for $5,500, and to buy another 8-year-old one like this was when I bought it, you're looking at twice that, and it takes a long time to, you know, save up that sort of money. And it's just so, I can't even, if you follow me on Instagram as well as here, I did a Q&A thing yesterday, and this morning I answered someone's question about how do you budget your money and manage through the thing and still manage to take the kids on days out and stuff. And I answered it by saying that we keep our outgoings low, and we have credit history, so we can't make justifiable purchases, because you can always justify things. You can always find a way to justify a purchase, and you can always say, but it's only that much a month and it's interest free. We don't have that privilege. We can't do that. So anything we have to buy in full. So therefore, to get a new car, we have to be able to buy it in full. So it takes a long time to get saved up to buy a new car. But I just answered this question, got in the car, and then the car does what it's done. I'm like, you cannot even make it up. You can't make this up. It's ridiculous. Do you know how much we pay for our roadside assistance as well? We've got the top package because we took out the top package when we went to Scotland, because we knew we'd need, if something was to happen on the way to Scotland, we'd need onward travel because we were going to a wedding. We paid £25 a month for it, and we've already been waiting since 11 o'clock.
It's not saying there's a back road in here.
We have a Kia that's 16 years old. Yeah, I do think Kias are good. I do think they are good. You should look out, you'll be shocked. Oh, no. Yeah, I do think a Kia is a decent car to get. It's not today.
It's not coming up with any other routes.
Is it not?
40-minute round trip.
Oh, there is another route, I'm sure there is. Right at the end of this live, because we need to try and find out how they're going to know where I am if you want to take your phone with you.
Oh, download Java Tools.
Okay, right guys, thank you for keeping us entertained for the last 55 minutes. It's past 55 minutes and I've got a while to go. I might come back to you, but obviously I need to keep my phone charged as well. But I will let you all know later on, once I've been, because Kev's now going to go, once I've been saved, how it went. Yeah, and good luck to you as well. I hope we can have a race. Let's see who gets recovered first. Drop me a comment on the community, drop me a community post to tell me when you've been saved, and I will drop a community post when we've been saved, and we can see who gets saved first. What's better, the Southwest RAC or the Kent RAC?
This time of year, probably Kent.
I'd probably say Kent this time of year, because this time of year down in the Southwest is just like, it's crazy. It's so busy. No, I'm hoping I don't get a flat battery as well. I'm actually going to start the engine in a minute to give it a little boost. But yeah, we're gonna hope you've got a toilet. Yeah, we're in the services, so there's Lou's and Costa and McDonald's. Just gonna sit here and get fat. That's what I'm gonna do. In fact, before you go, I'm gonna get you to go and get me some sweets.
I did just look in there.
And a drink.
It was £4 a packet.
Wow.
A packet of Swishles.
Wow.
So
Right.
I'll go in there.
No, Kev is not strong enough, I'm afraid, to push it all the way home. Right, I'm going to go, guys. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you all very soon. Oh, if I can get it to... There we go.
You don't mind me shooting, do you?